it made it easier and took the pressure off of having to be on video, which was a really nice break from Zoom, because I was, you and I mean, we're very seasoned Zoomers, right? Before this pandemic, it wasn't something, so it was kind of nice to have that break. But at that time, I would have never, if you would have said to me during that time that this won't survive, I would have never guessed, because of how popular it was at the time. I wouldn't have made that assumption that it would go away, because of the ways that people connect through audio, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think that Clubhouse itself may not survive, but I think that social audio is here to stay.
Agreed.
So yeah, it just depends on where that ends up falling after Clubhouse goes away. If it does, I don't know. I'm still there weekly, but I'm there at a specific time and a specific date every week. So I have my discussions on Clubhouse I have a club called The Power of Sound. So yes. I talk about all things sound Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. You can pretty much find me there at least 3 weeks out of the 4. And then on Thursdays, I have another discussion, again, from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern, with fellow colleagues of mine who also have podcasts. So we have a room called Voices in Podcasting, VIP. So we just talk about where these things meet in the middle, and we talk about both of them. And it's kind of a party, actually. We have a lot of fun. But it's one of those things where I think if you go there and you're just there to waste time, I mean, you totally can, but you'll end up in some rooms that will be very heavy on the selling, or very self-promotional, or just about topics that are so out there that you're like, why is someone putting this in public?
Yes. I think I need to leave this room. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I need to be here. Exactly. Yeah. And then everyone that you know knows that you went into that room, whether it was by accident or not.
Yes.
So there's all sorts of interesting things, but I know that Twitter is actually not promoting spaces as much as they used to either. So I'm just wondering what the next thing is going to be, because I want to continue these chats because I think they're really useful. And it really does give you a great way to connect with people with your voice, which I think is super important. Like, I have been on social media for a long, long time. I'm sure you have too. And you can know people on social media, like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever. And you've watched their stuff. You've seen everything that they've been doing for the last, 10 years, something like that. And then you jump on something with them in Clubhouse or Twitter Spaces or something that's social audio, and you can get to know them way better in the space of an hour than you ever did watching their stuff for years on social media. So that's the power of the human voice. It's definitely something that I think Hello Audio is tuning into and making work for the people who are going to put some effort into this.
Yes.
And yeah, it's super important. I think that the human voice is one of those ways that we can really connect with each other on a deeper level. That's what sound does.
I agree. Well, and I love how you curate the room, right? So you have an amazing network. You bring together your peers, you create these amazing conversations. And Clubhouse, at least right now, is a great way to be able to host, these things. But and I know you dropped some of these episodes in your podcast as well, because I've had an opportunity to listen to them, which is fantastic, because folks aren't necessarily aren't able to be there live every time. And so by being able to be a fly on the room in some of these conversations that you are facilitating, I think it gives folks an amazing opportunity to be part of the conversation. Even if they're not there live, they're still, like you said, they're still able to learn about folks and connect with folks just by listening to others' voices. And I think that's it. So yeah, whether Clubhouse itself as an app, survives this, I truly do. I agree. I believe that connection and that desire for connection, and to be able to listen to others and learn and be able to get to know them, that's not going to go away anytime soon.